Ahoy, this is Zdenka. 2 words. Much cheaper and very easy to use. Okay, it's 6 words. Last year I had a chance to review many gimbals. Most of them were smartphone gimbals, but I also did review a few mirrorless cameras and DSLRs gimbals. Well, a lot of people, a lot of you were saying in comments that they are looking for budget-friendly option. And I think in today's video, I have just that for you because this gimbal is definitely one of the cheapest I had a chance to review. And on top of it, it is very easy to use. It's very straightforward, great for beginners. It's got this big... FeiyuTech contacted me a while ago offering me this gimbal for a review, and at first I was kind of like, another gimbal. But then when I saw the pricing, it really caught my attention because I started thinking about you, the ones which requested budget-friendly options. By the way, I'm not paid to say certain things. They did provide the gimbal for a review, so I'm gonna review it. This is in-depth review. This is not a smartphone gimbal. This is for small mirrorless cameras, such as Canon M50 and Canon M6 Mark II, but it can handle larger cameras like Sony A7 series as well, as long as you meet the maximum payload, which is 2.2 kilograms. The FeiyuTech AK2000C. The gimbal arrives in padded box. You're going to get the gimbal, tripod, Arca quick release plate with fixed short screw, lens holder with another fixed screw, wrench, a whole bunch of cables, data cable USB 2.0 to Type-C, control cable Type-C to Type-C, shutter cable for Sony Type-C to multi, shutter cable for Panasonic DC 2.5mm, and shutter cable Type-C to TRS 2.5. The gimbal is foldable, so it can fit nicely into your backpack when you're on the go, and the dimensions are, once it is balanced, ready to go, these are the dimensions. And as I mentioned earlier, the maximum payload is 2.2 kilograms or 2,200 grams. The weight of the gimbal is 1,078 grams, so it is not the heaviest. There is built-in 2200 mAh battery, which can be fully charged quite quickly in 1.5 hours. If you have a gimbal well balanced, the battery life should get you 12 hours. It's time to get practical. It's got classic design like most of the other gimbals, but there is one thing which is quite different though. The base plate where you can attach Arca quick release plate and lens holder is already attached to gimbal and can be stored with the gimbal without removing it. Perhaps there are other gimbals which are doing it, but I haven't really seen this around. This is the first for me. I find it helpful, makes it faster. When I look at the design and hold it in my hands, it is quite sturdy. It is made of aluminum alloy. The tripod can be nicely folded. On top you have the rubber surface, so it's not going to slip out. There is no rubber surface on the gimbal itself, so if your hands are, they tend to get sweaty here and there, I would probably suggest to glue something on top here. Obviously you don't want to cover the nice wooden finish, but otherwise the tripod makes it very nice because you can really extend the grip and you have a lot more room for your hands. Balancing is very much the same like on all the other gimbals. Each axis comes with locks, so it's very simple. You just lock the motors you don't need, release the ones you need to balance. It is also very helpful when you are carrying it from place to place, already having your camera placed in. Again, it was very straightforward. I had no issues with it. Once you understand how to balance one gimbal, you know how to do them all pretty much. They even included a very simple manual with clear photos how to do that all. I gotta give it huge credit though when it comes to connecting the camera. It was very easy. With the other gimbals you have to go through settings, select the brand and all that. But this one, all I had to really do, connect it together via cable, turn on the gimbal first, then turn on the camera, and I was ready to use it. I didn't have to do anything else. The record button was already working. Now, obviously, when you're shopping for such gimbal, you want to go through compatibility list first, and you can find that on their website to make sure that the camera and the lens is compatible with this gimbal. It's gonna be working the way you want to. Let's take a close look at this gimbal. 1/4 inch thread hole is here at the top and on the sides. This is where you can attach your monitors, your microphone and stuff like that. To connect to your camera, the port here is right here. This is a tilt axis, this is roll axis, and this is pan axis. Each of the motors has its lock, and where you charge your gimbal is right here. Before I'm going to explain all modes and buttons, let's see how stable this gimbal actually is. I'm going to do two tests. One will be with a smaller camera, Canon M6 Mark II, where I will walk, the regular heavy-duty walk, then I will do ninja walk and full speed run. The second test will be with the Sony a7S III camera and Tamron lens. I didn't find that camera on the compatibility list, but I want to test it because it's much heavier than the smaller camera and I want to see how the motors will handle it. So you be the judge on your own. Let's look at the buttons and the whole interface. What do we have here? Power button is right here. When you long press, it will turn on and off. You will also control the touch screen with this button. Single tap to lock and unlock the screen or return to home page. Double tap to enter standby mode and single tap to wake up the gimbal. Looking at the front, you will notice how nice and big the touch screen really is. You can see it from any angle and it makes things very simple and well organized. It will all make sense to any newbie when it comes to the gimbals very quickly because you have very good visual icons which show exactly what you're doing. It is very easy to memorize this. You can just tap on the screen and know exactly in which mode you are. Lock mode, pan follow mode, pan and tilt mode, and all follow mode. When it comes to screen, I'm going to stop here for a second. It's definitely got a lot more things, but I'm gonna move on to the buttons. Typical joystick is here. Look at the nice graphics, how it is showing when you're moving the camera up and down, left and right. Below the joystick from the left, we have mode button. Single tap allows you to switch between lock and pan mode. Double tap allows you to switch to pan and tilt mode. And triple press allows you to go to all follow mode. In the middle is the shutter button. If you press halfway, it will focus. Single tap is either taking photos or videos depending on the mode you are in. Long press for 5 seconds will give you outer burst shot. Of course, it all depends on your camera compatibility. And on the right we have function button, where when you single tap, you will switch between photo and video mode. And on the other side, we have a trigger button, which is on the back. Press and hold to enter follow mode, double tap to reset, and triple tap to turn the camera around to get the selfie mode. To get it back, triple tap again. Now let's go back to that screen. So you can control the modes when you press the icons. Great. Let's swipe right. Here you can control aperture and ISO on your camera. If your camera is compatible, swipe right again, and here you can select appropriate white balance. Let's swipe the other way. This is the home screen. I'll keep swiping left. Here we have inception mode, and if I press that, I can select speed and how many times I want it to spin clockwise or counterclockwise. Then we have motion time-lapse. Here you can select time settings, route settings, or use the last settings you were using before this. Here we also have selfie mode, and portrait is grayed out for me. I'll swipe again. Here we have payload settings, where you can select everything manually or use auto adaptation. Shooting mode is next. Select default mode, smooth mode or action mode, which will be for running, or customize this setting by selecting follow speed and dead zone. Joystick can be customized here as well. Reversed settings or speed settings are the options. Lastly, we have settings here where you can calibrate the gimbal. Just press it and let it do its own thing. And language can be also selected. One thing I didn't talk about yet, and that would be the range of the motors. Maximum tilt range is 230 degrees, maximum roll range is 306 degrees, and maximum pan range is 360 degrees. Tilt follow speed can be adjusted between 2 degrees a second to 75 degrees, and pan follow speed can be adjusted between 3 degrees and 150 degrees. I would like to also mention that if you like to shoot lots in low angle, you can purchase versatile arm accessory if you like that kind of setup. The gimbal can be connected to your smartphone, of course. These days it would be very weird if you couldn't. So the app you would be using is FeiyuOn. Bluetooth connection was instant, I had no issues. If you want to connect to your camera via Wi-Fi, you would simply tap here to download the firmware. Once installed, you just select your camera model and enable Wi-Fi. All controls are here. Joystick, modes, moving roll motor, recenter, and you can also customize the motor speed. Under advanced settings, you can customize your trigger button, motor strength, joystick, select scene, film time-lapse, motion time-lapse, and perform horizontal calibration. When you go to the home area of the app, you will find built-in video editing, so you can edit your videos on the smartphone, or you can also use Auto Edit. It is a simple gimbal with basic functions, great for beginners. Again, it's very easy to use. The big screen makes it very easy to use. If you're someone who needs focus wheel, because the focus wheel is not on this gimbal, you will have to go with the model up. Otherwise, this would be very basic. Again, perfect for beginners, price is good. Now, if you're interested to see the pricing in your currency, depending on where you live, the link can be found below the video in a video description. Hit the thumbs up if you found this informative, and don't forget to subscribe to future reviews. I'm gonna be comparing this gimbal with a few other gimbals I have here in the future. And if you have any questions, comments, simply want to say hi, you know what to do, leave it below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ahoy.